Hi, Lady Apes, Gentlemen Apes. This is ApeAndy. Hi, Lady Apes, Gentlemen Apes. Whisper mode, so that I don't wake my wife up. She's still sleeping in, and the sun has risen already. Okay, now, sharing individual opinion, individual thoughts. For the scenario, okay, paused because thinking. For the scenario of a squeeze, when the squeeze happened, either to AMC or GME, whichever goes first, the other one will go. We covered that before because these two stocks are shorted by the same group of SHF. So if one SHF gets margin call, the warehouse is locked in, T plus 5 days, then liquidation. Now margin check is daily. Margin check is daily. Now the key point of this video is to tell you that, remember when ApeAndy talked about all the wolf pack SHF? They try to cover each other. My turn is short, your turn is short, your turn is short. And they all made, this is not verifiable, they all made loans and absorbed the short position of the hedge fund called Small M, which was at the center of the January FOMO. Now, the reason for them to do that is because if the first domino falls, this is my cat Momo, okay? This is Momo, right? Sorry, her name is Momo, right? Okay, now, when the first domino falls, if the first domino falls, then the margin call of that first domino, if the first domino could not provide, let's call it the little d, okay? I know another YouTuber calls them the little d, okay? I call them the domino, but I'm not YouTuber, okay? If the first little domino does not have money to provide for the collateral, then margin call stands. Liquidation at T plus 5 trading days, okay? That is why all the other hedge funds, they absorb the short positions and give loans to that little m. The name is little m. That is the first domino, okay? Because if that little domino falls, then imagine T plus 5, liquidation by clearinghouse computer. Clearinghouse are the banks, not DTCC yet, okay? Clearinghouse computer buys at market price to cover the short positions, and they sell at market price to cover the long positions, if that hedge fund has any long positions. Now, that'll shoot the price very high. Why? Because apes, retails are not selling. Remember, their strategy, I don't know about yours, I can't speak for you, this is individual opinion, you make up your own individual decisions. All the other apes and retail, they're buy and hold, so very few people are selling. Only those paper hands are selling. Excuse me. Then the computer buys at market price. Demand is very high, supply is very low. It shoots the price up. If it shoots up very high, it will affect the second domino, third domino. They will be margin called because they could only sustain so high price. First domino sustain this price, second domino sustain this price, third domino sustain this price, next domino sustain this price, okay? Size of the HF, hedge funds. Okay, we covered that before. That is why they try to protect the first domino. Name is little m, who was at the center of the January FOMO. Now, in the scenario of a squeeze, remember at the beginning of this video, I paused a bit because I was thinking how to put it forward to you in plain English. When the squeeze happened, if unfortunately, okay, first we review the scenario of protecting the first domino, okay, the SHF, the wolf pack. Now I'm going to give you the scenario of the domino falls and falls and falls. Now, if the little m domino falls, despite all the efforts to protect it, because price went up too high, that little m have very low cash reserves. All the other SHF could not come to the rescue in time or does not have enough cash themselves, then that first domino falls. When that first domino falls, T plus 5 is liquidation. Okay, so that little domino, when that little domino falls on T day, transaction day, margin call day, not enough collateral, so the margin call stands. The Wolfpack's people, of course they talk to each other. Of course their bosses talk to each other. Of course their top executives talk to each other. So when little m, assuming that's the first domino, okay, falls, that's T day, right? Not yet T plus 5 transaction days later. And word gets around. Oh my God, I'm a member of the Wolfpack. The first domino fell. So all the other Wolfpacks will think, T plus 5 days later, that's liquidation. There's nothing you can do about it. The warehouse is locked in. Even if you give him money now, it's not going to work. It's already margin called, past tense. Margin call stands. Locked in, warehouse, liquidation at T plus 5 days. Now, what's going to happen during these T plus 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 days? The hedge funds will protect themselves. The hedge funds will protect themselves. And so they know the price will shoot up ridiculously high on T plus 5, T plus 5th day, right? They know that the price will shoot up ridiculously high on T plus 5th day because liquidation by the clearinghouse for that little domino. So during these 4 days to 5 days, do you know what they would do? What would you do? What would you do? You would protect yourselves. That's the priority. That's the top priority, your own survival, correct? So you will start covering to decrease your short positions. I say again, once you know you're a SHF, once you know the first domino fell, then you know what's going to happen T plus 5 days later. Price will go ridiculously high, okay? Now, so if you know that will happen, then how to protect yourselves? You cover first, correct? Or do you short more? Do you see the logic? When you know for sure T plus 5 days, a tsunami will happen, what do? You run for cover. You cover your short positions. So all these Wolfpacks, when word gets around that the first domino fell, they will cover their positions, at least part of it. That's the logic. That's the point of this video. So they cover all they can, okay? The other members of the Wolfpack. And then, what comes after this, ApeAndy? What's the scenario after this? T plus 5th day came. Price shoots up ridiculously high. Like Sir Thomas Petterfee of IKBR, founder. It'll go to unimaginable heights. It'll go into the, that's what he said, that's what not I am saying. He said it'll go into the thousands for the January FOMO if RH didn't take off the buy button. Okay, so, but still there will be hedge funds who cannot cover everything, right? Because they're low on cash. Well, they will sell their long positions and then use the cash to provide collateral if they don't want to cover, or they will close that short position by really covering, buying back. There will still be some hedge funds who cannot do that. Then when T plus 5th day comes, price goes up. It goes up beyond the level of the second little domino. They cannot provide enough cash for collateral. They did not close enough short positions, so there are short positions still there. Hey, ApeAndy, why couldn't they close all their short positions? Because to close short positions, you have to buy back. If you don't have enough cash to buy back, how can you close that short position? Okay, so price shoots up ridiculously high from T plus 5th day due to the liquidation of the first domino. This is the withstanding threshold of the second domino. Bing, margin called. Okay, 2 p.m. Trading day, bing, margin called. Okay. 3 p.m. Can you provide collateral? Try my best. I couldn't make the collateral. Margin call stands. T plus another 5 days, liquidation of the second domino. And so forth, and so forth. So do you see how important it is for the SHF to protect their first domino? First domino falls. Nobody knows how high the ridiculously high price will go. They could just do the best to cover themselves, use cash to provide for collateral, or use cash to buy back short positions, sell their long positions. Now, if the hedge funds all try to sell their long positions, do you know what's going to happen to the overall market? I'm just using Archegos as an example. When Archegos was liquidated, all the long positions of Discovery, all the long positions of Viacom, which is in the warehouse of Archegos, were sold. This is not verifiable, okay? There are people saying that there is a short position during the Archegos liquidation. We don't know what ticker was shorted by Archegos. Nobody can confirm that, okay? Archegos owner is an Asian guy from Korea, and during Archegos liquidation, during those days, there was a Mandarin text coming out from Hong Kong about a certain ticker, which is one of the meme stock that we love. I cannot say which one, because then people will say I'm saying Archegos shorted that ticker, okay? There was a Mandarin text coming out from Hong Kong. Certain ticker was going to get covered. Certain ticker being shorted was going to get covered. That supposedly might have been linked to Archegos. So we don't know that. Okay. I'm using Archegos just as an example. So ApeAndy is Asian. ApeAndy is by ethnic Chinese. And so in Chinese history, there's this book called Art of War, Sun Tzu. And so you try to anticipate the moves of the enemy in a chess game, in warfare. So I like to put on my red team hat and think what the SHF might do, okay? So the point of this video is that if the squeeze happens and if the first domino starts falling, T plus 5 days is liquidation. During those 5 days, the SHF, members of the wolf pack, they can only have time, they can only have enough efforts reserved to protect themselves, okay? Right now, they're still trying to protect that little domino, the first one. Because in January FOMO, little m, the name of the first domino, many large hedge funds absorbed their little m's short positions and gave little m loans. So those losses in little m were in books. Those losses had not been realized yet. Okay, once again, DTCC president said during the congressional hearings, the only margin call issue during the January FOMO was RH. And so that means there were no margin calls on little m or the other hedge funds. It was just a margin issue with RH. That was all. RH meaning Robinhood. That's what the president of DTCC said. So judging from that fact, we do assume, safe to assume, that no short positions had been covered. Now, I talked about this in the last video, and so the reasonable question to ask ApeAndy is, well, why isn't the short interest showing? Now, hedge funds have many tools, many tricks up their sleeves, especially hedge funds who have MM powers. like Big C. Okay, and there are 2 other hedge funds who also have powers. I've been told that those other 2 hedge funds who also have powers are also members of the wolf pack. So there are many tricks that the hedge funds can do, and so ApeAndy, how can we win all these wolf packs? These wolf packs are so powerful. Some of them are so powerful that they are not only large MMs, there are also MMs who have. They're not only hedge funds, they're also hedge funds who have powers. How can we win them? Well, again, red team hat. The hedge funds, they are most concerned with the retails and the apes buy and hold strategy. That strategy scares them the most. That strategy damages them the most. That strategy is like a wall for the SHF. If they cannot get the retail and the apes to stop the buy and hold strategy, all the SHF can do is prolong the process. They could prolong the process with all their trickeries and tools, many tools to use, many tricks up their sleeves, many trickery to use to hide short interest, to hide the FTDs, to not to report their short positions, many tricks. But all these tricks faced up against the wall of the retail and the apes buy and hold, the effect is only prolong the process. Only if the retail and the apes stop their buy and hold strategy, because the apes and retail will, I waited too long, I have no more patience. Okay, the price is going down, I panic, I sell in fear, I panic sell, okay? Only if the apes and retail, they stop the buy and hold strategy because of disappointment, because of panic sell, because of no patience. If the apes and retail stop their buy and hold strategy, then the SHF, with all their trickery and strategies, then they will win. Okay? So right now, all the trickeries and all the tools that the SHF wolf packs are using are to prolong the process, okay? So it's like a tug of war. It's prolonging the process. And they prolong the process so that they will not get margin call. They prolong the process for their survival. They prolong the process to increase the opportunities for them, to increase the chance of the retail and the apes. I waited too long, I'm disappointed. I'm gonna stop my buy and hold strategy and I'm gonna sell. I see the price going down. Why is this happening even after the July 16th put options expired OTM? I was disappointed with the NFT thing. July 14th, nothing came. On Bastille Day, the price still went down. Many people are joking that the Bastille Day on July 14th never really happened. The Bastille Day became Best Deal Day. Best deal, discount, Best deal. And many people are joking that Bastille Day became Best Deal Day, discounts. Price even went down further. So many of my friends are laughing at me for buying and holding GME and AMC. Okay, so selling disappointment. That is what the SHF want to happen. Might not be your decision, might be other retail, other apes' decision to stop buying and holding and sell. Okay, so ape help ape, ape love ape, ape support apes, retail and apes I'm speaking as an individual person. Buy and hold for me. You make up your own mind. And always think in red team mindset. Okay? Think in red team mindset. Get inside the mind of your enemy. Love AMC, love GME. And I love you, Ape community. I'm part of the Ape community. Not YouTuber, Ape. ApeAndy. Love you all.